Welcome to Liverpool Report, your go-to for daily Liverpool FC news, transfers and match updates. If you're a true Red, hit subscribe and join the family. You'll never walk alone. It's the end of the road for Darwin Nunez at Anfield. Just 2 years after becoming Liverpool's record signing, Darwin Nunez looks set to leave the club, with the Reds now willing to accept £60 million, 51 Slemsons for the Uruguayan striker. Despite a January offer from Saudi Arabia worth more, Núñez stayed to help with the title charge, but now AC Milan and Napoli are circling as the Reds eye a major summer reshuffle. Liverpool are said to be willing to accept an offer in the region of £61 million, 51 million to sell Darwin Nunez this summer, just months after they rejected a more lucrative proposal for the striker from Saudi Arabia. Nunez, 25, is expected to leave Anfield after a disappointing campaign in front of goal for the newly minted Premier League champions. And there have already been discussions over a potential move away, according to reports elsewhere. The Uruguay international is known to have suitors in the Middle East, with Al Nassr making a 60 bid for the frontman back in January, only to be rebuffed. Interest in Núñez from the Saudi Pro League has resurfaced this summer, but the former Benfica man has no interest in making such a move at this stage of his career. Fortunately for Núñez, his suitors in Italy, with AC Milan and Napoli both keen on a deal for the striker, who Corriere dello Sport claim is now valued at 60. Liverpool's current valuation of Núñez, which is similar to the initial fee they paid for him before add-ons back in the summer of 2022, indicates a softening of their stance in regards to selling their Nopum 9, who they were understandably reluctant to lose mid-season. The Reds have also set their sights on signing a new striker of their own this summer, with Eintracht Frankfurt's Hugo Ekitike a target, but with a club record $116 million deal for Florian Wirtz in the works, outgoings will likely be needed to finance a move for the Frenchman. After starting just 8 Premier League games under Arne Slot last season, Núñez is ready to pursue a move this summer to get his career back on track. And though it remains to be seen if a move to Serie A would appeal to Núñez, a move to either side would allow him to continue playing at an elite level in Europe. Slot praised Núñez for playing his role in the Reds' title bid and not throwing his toys out of the pram despite his lack of league starts, saying, "I don't know exactly what is going to happen. One of the main strengths we had this season is that everybody accepted his role. And his role sometimes could be to start every single game, hardly be taken off, sometimes be taken off. It could be sometimes not starting every single game, sometimes not playing hardly minutes." Florian Wirtz is set to become the club's most expensive signing ever, with the 116M deal finalised between Bayer Leverkusen and the Reds. But who really is Florian Wirtz, and why are Liverpool comparing his impact to the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker? Florian Wirtz is expected to seal a club record move from Bayer Leverkusen to Liverpool this week. And the Reds appear to be securing a player whose determination to win has been apparent since a very young age. It was confirmed last Friday that Liverpool had reached an agreement with the Bundesliga side for the player after they fended off competition from Bayern Munich and Manchester City to land the German international. One of Wirtz's former coaches has now revealed what Arne Slot can expect from Wirtz, detailing the young star's ferocious desire once he steps out onto the pitch. Martin Heck, who coached Wirtz in the youth setup at Köln in Germany, has highlighted an instance when the youngster refused to speak to him for a week after Heck attempted to manage the midfielder's minutes following an injury. "It was clear that Wirtz would only play 50 minutes, and I told him weeks before, Flo, your first game back will be in Bochum, but you will only play 50 minutes, Heck told The Athletic. He says, "Okay, coach, I'm fine with it. I just want to be back playing." But I knew what would happen once he got back on the pitch. So the Monday before the game, I talked to him and said, "Flo, remember 50 minutes? Yes, no problem, no problem." Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I said the same thing. So the game starts, and after half-time, everyone knew that Flo would be substituted. But when I called his name, it was like he hated me. He was swearing on the pitch. He was kicking the grass. He was waving his hands. He didn't talk to me for 5 days. I was just laughing because we won the game. His teammates were laughing too because they knew that it would happen. But this is Florian Wirtz, the footballer. I'm convinced that this is the thing that's special compared to other players. There is a confidence behind the scenes at Liverpool that the acquisition of the attacking midfielder can take the Premier League champions to the next level. His pending transfer is hoped by club officials to be as impactful as when Liverpool landed Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker in 2018. According to Heck, the Reds' hierarchy may well be on the money with their prediction, with the 42-year-old first feeling the buzz around Wirtz when he was just a 10-year-old. He was that outstandingly good that you had to pay attention. So I knew him 5 or 6 years before he came to me, Heck added. When he was 15, he already played like a professional in the Bundesliga. It was not only his skills and his technique, but the game he played in his mind. He played football like it was chess, and he did things you normally don't see in youth players. He would think about what comes in the second or third phase after passing the ball. It was amazing. He continued, but when anyone asks me what's special about Florian Wirtz, I say that he has the greatest ambition I've ever seen in football. From a player, young or old, his will to win. You could see that when he was 10 years old, when he was with me at 16 years old, and nowadays too. He can't stand losing, and that's something he has had from the very beginning. With personal terms not expected to be an issue, and following a routine medical this week, Wirtz is set to become Liverpool's most expensive player ever, with the club paying £100 million up front and 16 mils in add-ons for the 22-year-old's services. Joshua Kimmich has claimed Bayern Munich are now light in attack after the club lost out to Liverpool in the race to sign Germany star Florian Wirtz. And midfielder Kimmich claimed he has been taken aback by Leroy Sané's decision to leave the Bundesliga champions for Galatasaray, while Thomas Muller's departure also hurts them in the final third. Bayern face Auckland City in their Group C opener at the controversial Club World Cup on Sunday afternoon, and asked before the game about Wirtz, who is set to complete a British record switch to Anfield in the coming days. Kimmich pulled no punches. You'll have to ask the club what their plans are, he said. Of course, you have the feeling that we could do something with Flo Wirtz not coming, with Leroy leaving, with Thomas leaving. I was surprised that Sané is going to Turkey. I didn't expect that, but it's his decision and he'll have his reasons for it. Kimmich's comments follow sporting director Max Ebel admitting that the Bavarians would not have been able to match the fee paid by Liverpool for outstanding Wirtz. But Ebel insisted there is a clear strategy in place this summer, and the free agent arrivals of Tom Bischoff and Jonathan Tah are a stride in the right direction. Ebel said, I am sure that we will have a competitive team and that we will also have the finances under control. If I'm honest, I don't know if we could have paid what Liverpool are apparently paying now. Florian Wirtz is an outstanding player. We could have imagined signing him. But when a door closes, another opens. The focus is on the squad we have here. We've brought along some young players, and now we've added 2 Germany internationals in Tom Bischoff and Jonathan Tah, who have come in on free transfers. That's already a big step. We have a clear plan on how we want to implement things, but there's still a lot to do. I'm certain we will have a very strong squad. Andy Robertson might feel the legendary wrath of Diego Simeone if the Atletico Madrid boss recalls the 2020 comments made by his new transfer target. Scottish left-back Robertson has emerged as a surprise target for Atletico this summer, with the 31-year-old having just 1 year left on his contract at Liverpool, who are closing in on the signing of Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez. Robertson has been a mainstay of the Liverpool defence since joining in 2017 and first breaking into the team on a sustained basis around 5 months later. But he now finds himself mulling over a potential move to the Spanish capital just days after long-term fullback partner Trent Alexander-Arnold completed his own switch to Real Madrid. Robertson is said to be open to the move in the knowledge that the arrival of Kerkez for around £45 million could push him down the pecking order after making 342 appearances for the Reds ever since a bargain 8 moved from Hull City 8 years ago. And it was 3 years into his Anfield career that he first came face-to-face with Atletico, who were drawn against Liverpool in the last 16 of the Champions League in the 2019-20 season. The Reds went to the Wanda Metropolitano, where they had won the 2019 Champions League final for the first leg and slipped to a 1-0 defeat courtesy of an early goal from Saul Niguez, who punished slack defending from a corner. Robertson was left frustrated with the manner of the goal and furious at Atletico's style of play on the night, with the Red Star accusing the home players of simulation and of trying to get Sadio Mane sent off. The corner just ricocheted. It was tight but onside, said Robertson after the game. We gave them the best possible start, and that get the fans behind them, and then they start falling over and getting under the skin a bit. We put in a decent performance, and we know we can be better. We've got a second leg to put it right. They celebrated as if they won the tie after the game. They are coming to Anfield, and we know our fans will be there. In the event, Liverpool would lose the second leg 3-2 after extra time to exit the Champions League to Simeone's side in what would prove to be the last match played on British soil prior to football's shutdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic.